Back to the Palais de Sport in Marseille, France. Ready now for an ISKA middleweight Muay Thai fight scheduled for 5. It is Stephane Nikiema in the blue and white trunks on the right of your screen, taking on Perry Ubeda in the blue and red trunks. Nikiema from France and Ubeda from Amsterdam, Holland. 3-minute rounds in Muay Thai, and you will hear the very familiar strain of the Muay Thai music in the background just to set the mood.
This is a middleweight bout. Both fighters weighing in 165 pounds, 75 kilos.
Many fights between these two battlers. Nikiema has 69 fights under his belt, 56 wins, 58 fights for Ubeda. 46 of those are victorious.
As is typical in Muay Thai bouts, the first round moves rather slowly. 5 3-minute rounds is a tall order, and the fighters, no matter what kind of condition they're in, if they're in great shape, will still use the first round to get themselves warmed up, established what the opponent will do in reaction to their attacks. We'll see things pick up in the latter half of this round and moving into the second round.
The action definitely is slower, but Mike, I think more and more through the years, we're seeing a little more activity in the first and second rounds. Maybe that's an American influence. And down goes Ubeda. Where did that come from?
I think he may have been kicked low accidentally.
Because he threw the punch, but at the same time, Nikita, I think, threw the kick. They're back at it. Stephane Nikiema takes the kick from Perry Ubeda.
Ubeda coming back with some strong kicks. That was counted a knockdown by the referee, so Ubeda has some ground to make up.
Knee strikes from Nikiema.
Oh, effective ones too. Apparently Nikiema believes that blow was to the lower abdomen, an illegal one, and he's trying to work on that area again with those knee strikes.
Ubeda finds himself in trouble early here in the first round, scheduled for 5. A long way to go for this fighter if he's in trouble now. And Ubeda looks just a little bit off his game here early on, Mike. Looks a little loose after those techniques.
Totally defensive right now, just trying to ward off the knee strikes by Nikiema that are aimed at both body and head.
And the clinch is a huge part of the Muay Thai action. That's why you do see the referee letting them fight here in the corner. And every time that Nikiema throws the knee strike, the crowd surges with reaction.
Well, they're allowed to grab behind the head for the purpose of knee striking, not to tie up the opponent's arms and hold, but to pull down for the knee strikes, and Nikiema is one of the best in the world at that technique. Big roundhouse kick by Ubeda.
Closing seconds, and they do close out the first round. Stephane Nikiema with a very effective first round.
Nikiema's corner, Sammy Kepchi, giving instructions to Nikiema between rounds. A good low roundhouse kick to the thigh. That knee strike.
It was a knee strike right to the midsection, just below the sternum, that solar plexus area that can put a fighter out immediately.
That explains the concentration in the last half of that round by Nikiema on knee strikes. Now you see him trying to go back to that exact same area. He knew that he had hurt Ubeda to the solar plexus with that knee, and now he's going to work again, trying to land a roundhouse kick, a knee strike, a punch, something back to that area.
Well, that happened so quickly, and actually it was Ubeda's back who was blocking us from the original look. And the good camera work on that replay showed that that knee strike from Nikiema really did the damage on Ubeda. And it also shows how vulnerable a spot that is, Mike.
And it is. That's the area they teach you in karate and martial arts and kickboxing. That's the area that's vulnerable on that rock-hard abdomen that most fighters have. You can still slip a strike into that solar plexus and get it through.
Round 2 now, scheduled for 5. Perry Ubeda in the blue and red trunks. On the left of your screen, Stephane Nikiema in the blue and white. It's Nikiema who came away undoubtedly with that first round on his scorecard. He goes down, no knockdown.
Referee called that a slip rather than a knockdown from the force of the blow. Good roundhouse counter by Nikiema, catching Ubeda after the spin. Nikiema has been the more effective with his hands in this bout as well.
Nikiema, you're here getting support from this French crowd. He is from Cannes, France. Ubeda from Amsterdam, Holland.
Both fighters very well trained. Nikiema from Sami Kepchi's training camp in Paris. Ubeda from the legendary Chakuriki gym in Amsterdam, Holland, run by Tom Harik. Neither fighter is going to be a quitter in this bout.
Once the referee determines that the action is done in that clinch, he will break them apart, get them back to center. That's just fine with Stephane Nikiema. I think that Ubeda will take the rest where he can right now.
These 3-minute rounds are just grueling on the fighters, Lon. This is the most brutal form of kickboxing, Muay Thai. It can't be underestimated how much punishment that they take in the course of each 3-minute round.
And right here, too, they're in such close range, but the power from those knee strikes, and back comes Ubeda.
Oh, what a punch by Ubeda.
And that hurt Nikiema. Nikiema is draped all over Ubeda right now, trying to find relief.
Broken up by the referee because that was not a grip designed for knee strikes, but rather just to hold Ubeda, who's a non-stop machine now, landing hands and feet on Nikiema.
He has an injured animal in Nikiema, and now Ubeda is trying to take full advantage of that.
Blood coming from the nose of Stephane Nikiema.
And just like that, this fight has turned around 180 degrees.
Oh, no. Front kick, right, left by Ubeda, all of which scored well.
But both fighters now look like they're hurt, Mike.
They've both taken a lot of punishment already just in round 2.
Oh, and a kick there from Ubeda. And that stuns Nikiema here in the final 20 seconds of round 2. Boy, this says a lot for such well-conditioned athletes as these men are to really slow down this much here in the second round.
Oh, good front kick by Ubeda, followed then by a roundhouse.
And Nikiema is wide open, the end of the second round. A good opening 2 rounds, but we're scheduled for 5. Welcome back to the Palais de Sport. Lon McCarron along with Mike Sawyer. And a good look at Stephane Nikiema, who had an upper hand in this fight throughout the first round, throughout the early part of the second round, and it turned around huge. Perry Ubeda came on with a barrage of punches and kicks midway through the second round and started to take over this fight. Now Ubeda in the red and the blue has the confidence now to continue.
And that can happen in these Muay Thai fights with fighters at this level. Highly rated in the world rankings. They've each had over 100 fights between their pro and amateur careers. Both fighters have just suffered absorbed an enormous amount of punishment just in 2 rounds, Lon.
You saw both fighters slow down considerably in the final half minute of the second round. They seem to have found some life now between rounds, and Ubeda again looking the more confident of the 2 now. The knee strikes really have where Nikiema have been able to score. And again, Ubeda goes down.
Ubeda down again, and again it's from those shots to the midsection.
And he's getting the count from the referee. So Ubeda once again finds himself in a hole. How he will dig himself out will determine how well he can do here in the rest of the fight.
Nikiema trying to go back to the body. Ubeda's got it covered up pretty well. That's where he was hurt. And those aren't stunning knockdowns, Lon, where they can't think straight and they don't know where they're at. Those are getting hit to the midsection like Ubeda did. That just takes the air and fight out of you. He'll be able to recover if he can just not get hit there again for 20 or 30 seconds.
Nikiema hammering away endlessly with the knee strikes.
Oh, and Ubeda comes right back, 2 big left hands. That's how quick this can change in Muay Thai. Ubeda looks like now he's got Nikiema hurt.
Well, that has been where Ubeda's strength has been, coming from the gloves, backing off Nikiema, who's got the knee strikes, but is Ubeda, who comes up with a big punch to back Nikiema off.
You can imagine what those knee strikes are doing even to the arms of Ubeda, even if they're not getting through.
The referee is halting action right now, and is he giving a warning or a standing 8 count to Nikiema? Can you tell?
It's like he's giving a warning to him. I think that he was doing an illegal move. He was trying to pull the hands away from the face of Ubeda so the knees would go in. And now, I don't think, no, it's not going to be a knockdown. It's a slip.
But a hard fall nonetheless.
Yes, and 2 kicks landed by Ubeda. This fight is just going back and forth. You don't know who will have the upper hand in the next 10, 15 seconds.
And the brain would tell you that Ubeda has to get off the ropes and try to avoid this punishment from Nikiema, but maybe the body's just not willing at this point. Final seconds of the 3rd round, and there does close out the 3rd round. Back with more of this war in a moment. Back in the corner with Stephane Nikiema. He has been the aggressor much of this fight with his knee strikes, but he's also found himself in trouble with the seesaw battle between himself and Perry Ubeda.
Well, Nikiema has a habit of eating left hands from Ubeda, the spur of the moment. I think he lets his right hand drop too low, but then he comes back with these strikes to the midsection that are just devastating. I've never seen anyone as accurate with their knee strikes as Nikiema.
And you would think that Ubeda would learn after the first 1 or 2 of those knee strikes to cover up, but they're so devastating and coming in so quickly and powerfully. Tough to defend against. What we didn't see in those replays was that Perry Ubeda landed a few strong punches to hold Nikiema back.
Well, Ubeda came back strong, landing good left hands, and he also has a very effective front kick, coming right down the middle, the front kick. The left hook around the side and the front kicks down the middle seem to be Nikiema's weakness.
Round 4 of this Muay Thai battle, scheduled for 5 from Marseille. Good spinning back kick from Ubeda.
Landed well in the midsection of Nikiema, and it slowed Nikiema down. He's in a defensive posture.
And it's a knee strike from Ubeda.
Great knee strike, taking a standing 8 count. I think he landed right. You can see the swelling in the nose and under the left eye. He's taken 2 hard shots to the face in this bout that have drawn blood. Another roundhouse kick to the head.
Ubeda has been effective with the gloves. It's been Nikiema in this fight who has been more effective with the kicks and the knee strikes, but now it's Ubeda coming up with a lower body dominance.
A left roundhouse kick to the kidney, followed by that left hook, has put Nikiema on the defensive now, and another left hook to the head. I don't know if he's going to come back from this, Lon.
Well, Nikiema has been so active throughout this fight, you wonder how much more he's got left in the tank. And he'll take another standing 8 count here in the 4th round. This fight has turned dramatically.
We have 4 knockdowns or standing 8s in this count, and counts in this fight already, Lon. We're only in round 4 rather. Ubeda stalking Nikiema.
And finding openings everywhere he looks. And they're going to call it. So the referee steps in. Perry Ubeda with a final knee strike to the head of Stephane Nikiema here in the 4th round. And it is Ubeda who steals the victory from Nikiema.
And it was the strikes we didn't think that Ubeda would be able to put this fight away with. The knee strikes. He wasn't as good as Nikiema with the knees. He was better with the kicks and left hands. But in the end, Nikiema got some of his own medicine with the knee strikes, and that's what won this fight for Ubeda.
4th round action.
This is where it started for Nikiema. That left roundhouse to the kidney knocked him clear across the ring and stunned him. And this left hand right over the right, it looks like Nikiema couldn't see a lot of those left hooks coming.
I really think that made a difference. We know Ubeda can kick, but I think it was a punching power that made the difference in this fight.
Now this knee you'll see coming up to the face of Nikiema is what seals his fate. Totally on the defensive now.
The referee stepped in, some people may say a bit quickly, but it was the right call at that point.
Terrific fight by both of these fighters,
And that is what the crowd is applauding.
Standing ovation for both young warriors.
The official announcement by TKO. Pere Ubeda ups his mark to 47-12 with 24 knockouts.
It was the knee strikes of Ubeda that finally ended this fight. This knee strike followed by this roundhouse kick is what really put Nikiema away. And from this angle, you can see the sweat and the blood fly. The knee strike, the roundhouse kick, and it's all over for Nikiema.
Ubeda found himself in trouble early in this fight, but came back and stole it from Nikiema. We have more fighting to come on ESPN.